Hello and welcome to this week's episode. We are looking at crystals and the lunar cycles.
For thousands of years, humanity has known about the impact of the different lunar cycles on our health, mood, personality traits, tides, agriculture, harvest phases, and even the events in our lives. The moon has always been associated with feminine energy. It represents fluidity, wisdom, change, emotions, intuition, creativity, and so on. Due to it rotating around our planet and its relative positions, it forms a cyclic pattern spanning 29.5 days. During this time, it goes from the new moon to the full moon and vice versa.
The various cycles of the moon have their own meanings and symbolism. Each phase has a certain energy to it that you can experience, get attuned to it, and use it to connect with your inner self. In addition to the other spiritual practices, you can use different crystals to get the most out of your lunar cycles. Moon cycles, their significance, and crystals to use.
New moon. This is the start of the lunar cycle. In this phase, the moon starts building its intensity, which you can use to power new initiatives and manifest your dreams and desires. You can also look for fresh, creative ideas and set intentions for the rest of the month. To support all of these, you can use crystals like amethyst, citrine, quartz, and moonstone. You can meditate with these crystals, place them throughout your home, or program your intention into them.
Waxing crescent. This is the continuation of the lunar cycle, and there is a natural upsurge of energy in the moon. This represents growth, hope, and motivation. In this phase, you should focus on mapping your steps to achieve your goals. You should also strengthen your determination. To make all this possible, you can use crystals like green aventurine, green opal, moss agate, and jade.
First quarter. This phase is often called the half moon. It represents growing strength, commitment, and determination. During this phase, you should stay committed to your plan, even if you're beginning to have doubts. Crystals like tiger's eye and carnelian can be of great help during this phase.
Waxing gibbous. At this phase, the moon is almost halfway through its cycle. This symbolizes buds that are about to bloom into flowers. This is the perfect time for you to practice mindfulness and meditate on your dreams and goals. This allows you to perfect your intentions and manifest your heart's desires. Crystals like howlite, fluorite, and sodalite can support you during this phase.
Full moon. The full moon is a very significant phase of the moon. During this phase, your natural traits get heightened and there is a lot of energy for you to tap into. You can use this energy to gain clarity about what's working and what's not working, to let go of dead ends, and to practice gratitude for everything you've accomplished. During the full moon, you can use healing crystals like rose quartz, howlite, shungite, and chrysocolla to soak in the lunar energy.
Waning gibbous. This is the phase where the brilliant light of the moon starts to diminish. This represents reflection, eliminating stress, and letting your achievements sink in. During this phase, to help you eliminate any negative energies, you can use crystals like lepidolite, amazonite, and jasper.
Third quarter. This phase of the moon is quite important because it not only represents harvesting what you sowed during the new moon, but also sets the ground for new manifestations. For this phase, you can use crystals that can help you discover what comes next. Some really great ones are fluorite, Tibetan quartz, and honey calcite.
Waning crescent. This is a phase where you can hardly see the moon, but it is still continuing to diminish. This represents rest, review, and also honing skills for the next lunar cycle. Some crystals that can support you during this phase are unakite, rose quartz, rhodonite, and rhodochrosite.
Now that you're more familiar with the lunar cycles and have an idea of what crystals to use, we hope you feel confident enough to harness the power of the moon in order to live your best life. Let us know in the comments if you have any lunar crystal recommendations. We would love to hear from you. Thanks for joining us on today's episode. We hope you learned something new. Please like, subscribe, and ding the bell so you don't miss future uploads.